that we all like to see, and I think it's stuff that you guys all like to see.
It's a new team and a new season. Catch head coach Raheem Morris and our Falcons Sunday as our Falcons head out on the road to take on the Carolina Panthers. Kickoff at 1. Catch each and every Falcons game here.
Our coverage begins at noon on Sunday after the Bama Recap Show, smoked by Dreamland Barbecue, here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You'll love the expanded wine selection at Liquor Express. From special occasion to everyday table wines, they've got what you need. Meet your friends at the largest tap wall in Alabama with 105 rotating selections. Then take home a growler full of your favorite or choose from our 1,000 canned or bottled beers. Need help stocking your bar or planning your party? Liquor Express has a knowledgeable, professional in-house staff that can assist you with anything from your bar to the planning of your special event. Visit liquorexpress.net for tasting specials, giveaways, and classes.
Sure, Valley Equipment Rental takes care of the homeowner and his needs, but how about the pros out there? Well, Valley Equipment has the big stuff as well. The equipment you need to get any job done. I'm talking about the big track hoe excavators, from the 30,000-pound mid-size one to the big boy 50,000-pound units. Need a dozer on the job? Well, they've got them up to 105 horsepower, and that's a good-sized machine. Plus, Valley Equipment has more lifts than anyone around. Up to 80-foot booms that reach 56 feet with a 10,000-pound capacity. 2 locations, North and South Parkway. Check them out today.
I'm here with Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. With the temperatures going up, now is a good time to get your heating and air system looked at. Thomas, when somebody calls, you guys answer.
That's right. The phones are staffed by us. They're manned 24/7. We're ready to come out and take care of you that day.
How do they give you guys a call?
You give us a call at 256-503-4490.
And you can find you guys on the World Wide Web at
talenthvac.com.
And now is a good time to do this because you guys are offering a special deal.
That's right. We're doing $49 tune-ups this spring. We're also doing free second opinions. We offer that year-round. Somebody comes out, they say you got a bag compressor or leaking refrigerant. Give us a call, see if we can save you some money.
Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. Thomas, one more time, that phone number.
256-503-4490. AL certain number 21014.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
Talking Ball with Scott Tyson and Drew DeArmond. Weekday mornings beginning at 7 a.m. Only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN The Zone. This hour is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore. Welcome to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, 256-576-4977.
That's how I roll. And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
1 hour endeavor here today, walking you up to Crimson Tide Rewind. And then it'll be sort of a doubleheader right now. The pregame, I'm looking. Yeah, pregame is on. I just wanted to double check. Pregame is on Talk Radio WZZN. There, it's our HD.2 channel.
Yeah, to Sunday's biggest moments.
See, there it is over on HD.2, and you'll be able to hear that joined in progress here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, as we've got Monday Night Football, a doubleheader in store for you coming up tonight, beginning with the Buccaneers and Texans, followed by the Chargers and Raiders. But the Southeastern Conference has played a total of 38 non-conference games and has won 35 of them.
Yep.
So there's that. Pretty big win for the Aggies of Texas A&M over Notre Dame.
So let me see. But who did Indiana play this week?
I don't have their SEC schedule in front of me.
Indiana State. Oh,
that's right. They did have Indiana State.
Yeah.
Right after Kennesaw State.
Yeah. And so
go Owls.
Yeah. Interesting. The non-conference schedule is
the Big Ten is 41-8. The SEC is 35-3. So there's that. Takeaways from
great weekend of football. It was unbelievable, really. I mean, I didn't stay up for the Texas A&M game. I had to watch that.
I did.
What I mean,
can you indulge me for like 20 seconds?
Yes.
Out of the shotgun. Hand it to McCray. There he goes. He drives in. They grab him from behind. Did he get the ball over? Close to the goal line. No signal yet.
After further review, it is a touchdown.
Oh, yeah! Rocky Top crumbles. Dogs are winners. 44-41 in overtime. How's that for a finish?
That is Scott Howard on the final call there.
So I thought game day probably was the best game day ever.
I didn't watch game day.
Yeah, so game day, while they had Kalen DeBoer on the air,
the
Tennessee fans were doing the Florida State chant. I thought that was pretty good, to the point. I think it embarrassed some of the people at game day for not thinking about that. Yeah, but it was good. I thought it was they were good, and then but I wasn't upset at the ending. Then after all that, perfect pass beats perfect coverage every time. On fourth, that's
dropping in a bucket there.
The play of the year.
Yeah,
that might get, because I don't think Georgia's going undefeated. I don't think.
No.
You realize that. But that pass, and the catch, the sliding catch, is what beat Tennessee. I mean, the missed field goal, I get it. This or that, they could have won the game. And as Kirby said today, they didn't deserve. Of course, he's going to be beating the drums all week. They shouldn't have won the game because he's trying to get them ready, because they can't play like that, in my opinion.
And beat Alabama?
Not the way Alabama's throwing the ball around.
No.
And of course, now we've said this before. This is the Alabama team that's won one road game.
But it was a dominant win.
It was a dominant win
at
but
LSU,
still, nonetheless. And so they won one road game.
Did you see Brian Kelly's post game
rant?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I've heard about it.
He apologized.
I don't think he should apologize.
Thank you.
Saban never apologized.
I was texting back and forth with Matt Moscona saying, just own it. Just own it. You don't need to apologize.
No.
And this was right after Brian Kelly always goes on a little bit of has always an opening statement and kind of went through good, bad, and ugly, if you will. But then first question.
A way to win the game. Really proud of our group. So with that, questions.
Brian in the back. I know you love these immediate post-game sessions, but what are you seeing with your offense?
Stop. Really? Is that the first question? We won the game 20-10. Try another question.
Yeah.
What do you want me to tell you? I just laid it out for you. We played the game to win the game. We played the game to win the game.
All right. How about third down then? What is going on with third down?
It's one game. Last game, we were great on third down. You're looking at this from the wrong perspective. LSU won the football game. Won the game. I don't know what you want from me. What do you want? You want us to win 70-0 against Florida to keep you happy?
I think people want to know why you can't run the ball, quite honestly.
We can run the ball. Did you see the last play of the game? That's all you need. You just need one. There's a ridiculous questions. And I'm getting tired of it. That football team just worked their tail off to get an SEC win, and you want to know what's wrong. You know what? You're spoiled. You're spoiled.
Shouldn't have apologized.
This team is 17-1 at night. 17-1. Give them some
RTR
respect
on that one.
How about that?
RTR
Give them some respect instead of micro analyzing every little thing. This is ridiculous for a group of seasoned reporters. That kind of question is so out of line.
What's wrong with the offense? That's the first question. Hey, listen, this was wrong. We didn't want to take a chance of turning the ball over, which is the reason they won the game, because Florida turned it over 5 times. Right?
Billy got peppered pretty good today in the press conference.
How many times did Georgia turn it over? Oh, yeah.
I can't remember one.
So that's how, because there isn't one.
Yeah.
So, what about Auburn?
Stetson Bennett. I'm sorry.
Stetson Bennett. That'd have been a trick.
That's a good memory right there.
He might have dropped his vodka bottle in the stands, but
we do need to get to our injury report as we both got text messages from Jerry Glanville. So we are going to have Coach Glanville on here in about 10 minutes. So let's get to our injury report. And Daniel, it's always good to see you, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, guys. So hopefully Alabama's going to get a little healthier over this off week.
Yeah. So you sent me some interesting things this morning. I read where they both were going to be dressed out and warmed up, but that didn't happen, did it?
No.
So one of them was, and one of them wasn't.
Yeah, Jam dressed out.
Well, of course, it's not like if he's not getting hit, it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
I guess the biggest thing for him is re-injury, right? That's the biggest scare for him.
Right.
And the way Alabama's playing now in the running back room is getting better and better every game, although one of them got flat-backed on the sack, but that was pretty ugly. But the next time he brought it, I mean, he that's going to be – they're going to run back about 10 times. That's the worst feeling in the world to have. But as far as there's really not much risk of injury at some point for the defensive lineman. It's just, can he go? Can he be effective?
Exactly.
Correct?
Exactly. It's going to be how he responds over these next couple of weeks. As he starts getting back onto the field. Coach DeBoer come out yesterday, even said that they're hopefully going to try to get him back by Georgia, but also preface it with he may not be at a full 100% at that point. Hopefully, he's progressing well in rehab. He's probably getting into some of the later stage stuff and getting him going. But as far as it's going to be based on how much he can tolerate, does he feel comfortable planning on that leg? Does he feel comfortable taking on a block on that leg as well?
Right. So with him too, he is a big guy, no doubt. And so sometimes with big guys, I remember when I pulled my hamstring, they put a tire. I've talked about that. They taped a tire to my hamstring. Well, that doesn't work for a running back. That's okay for a center. But this guy is big, but he is he's all conference because he's quick. And so that might take him a while to get that back, to be playing at all conference. And I will say this. I talked about the young guys this year. You see them starting to come around, even the defensive linemen. They're getting better. They're getting better. Yep. And now Georgia's a different animal. Yeah. But
it's not a 22 Georgia team or a 21 Georgia team.
No, it is not. And they have players, though. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And they're undefeated, and this for a reason. But Tim Keenan, I think he'll play. I don't know how much he'll play.
Right. Yeah.
Because this is 2 weeks from Saturday too. So, you think if in 2 weeks he'll be close to playing the way he was moving, coming off the field, but what you don't want is to play the running back too soon,
right?
Because it's a long season,
right? And you got a pretty good depth at running back right now that are playing pretty well.
Right.
So, just kind of let him see how he feels. We'll see how he feels with contact. That's going to be the big deal. So yeah, I think he's got a little bit more wiggle room versus Tim Keenum there,
right? And I think LT Overton, I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah, and then hopefully get Jamarian Latham back. But like you said, London Simmons played well. He came on, held his own. A couple of the young guys.
What guy? Who was the guy with the sack? That was a big time play. That was Simmons, right?
Yeah, London Simmons.
Yeah, that was impressive. 88 is playing better and better. He seems like he's starting to get it. 4 continues to have busts that drive me nuts. I mean, that was definitely on him. They blamed it on the inside linebacker, but coming from the opposite side, no.
It is 4. A big week for the Auburn Tigers.
Yes, and let's talk about their injuries. I'm not as familiar. I think the only thing I see for Auburn, they get better every week, not turning the ball over. The quarterback's one of the top-rated quarterbacks in the country in QBR. He's like 9th, I think. You look at the running backs, they're doing it. Their best running back's not playing. He's 0, and something's wrong with him. What's wrong with him?
So they're still just calling a shoulder injury undisclosed. So, but he, even in Hughes' post-game report, he wasn't even mentioned as one that could have went. So he said,
must be bad.
So Champ was dressed, could have went. He was casted up. He still had his sutures in from his thumb surgery, but he could have went. And then I think
Champ Anthony.
Yeah.
What number's him? You got to tell me numbers of Auburn right now. I'm still in Alabama for that matter too, and they'll change as soon as you get them down. They'll change them.
But let's.
Number 0 is just their best running back, and I didn't see him play. 22 and 23 are the other ones, and they're seem to be getting better. 22 especially, or maybe it was 23 that had the big runs. I think both of them are getting better because the first game they looked like they were lost. Auburn's issue is going to be in the secondary. That's where I think they're struggling still. Their front 7 is playing well, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And you lost. You still got Champ Bailey coming back. You got Rayshon Pleasant didn't play as a DB. Jay Crawford went out in the early stages of the game with a knee-to-knee contact. So playing a lot of young guys, in the secondary, and you got to play Oklahoma this week.
Yeah.
Champ Anthony's number 1, by the way.
Yeah. I think it's number 0. That's the good running back.
You're talking about Damari Alston, and he is number 0.
And he didn't. Is he playing?
No. Well, yeah, we just kind of went through that.
Yeah. So I think he's big time. To me, he's a difference maker. Definitely, but the other guys are getting better. There's no question. You watch Auburn, and I thought they played very well in the game. They just getting better. They're not making the mistakes they made last year that lost them games.
So far,
if they could keep that going.
Oklahoma was probably the most hyped team of the summer that I kind of bought into after our conversation with Jim Nagy. But they're backing it up in a big way.
Yeah, everybody is. Who's not good? South Carolina lost their quarterback.
Yeah.
And we knew they would struggle on defense. They lost a lot of people. Vanderbilt's good. There's no question. I mean, Vanderbilt's and then you look at Florida struggling, but they're a good team. I mean, they lost a close game to USF, who's not a bad football team, but a game that should have won. Florida should have won.
Yeah.
They blew that game. And then they go to LSU and play their hearts out and just throw 5 interceptions. I mean,
turn over the ball.
If you beat you,
that was a hard game to watch.
So what happens is this is a thing that my coach used to tell us. You got a good defense, you're not going to score a lot of points. You don't need to. You don't need to be throwing the ball around with a good defense. And LSU's defense is maybe one of the most improved defenses of everybody. So far, to me, they are. But, you look at Tennessee. Tennessee's a really good team, too.
Yeah.
Their quarterback's playing lights out. He doesn't like to get hit, though. The game changed when he got hit. He got hit and made some mistakes. So, it's just like that with everybody, though. You hit the quarterback. You look at when Florida State hit Alabama's quarterback. He didn't like it. They don't get hit much. But if you look at these quarterbacks, and if they don't turn the ball over, they throw on time, but don't throw it to the other team. That's how you win football games.
Well, if you've got any physical therapy needs, Johnson and Hayes, those are the folks to get in contact with you. And johnsonandhayes.com, but locations all within the sound of my voice over the airwaves, be it Aniana, Gunnersville, Hampton Cove. There's multiple Huntsville locations, multiple Madison locations, and Nathaniel, it's always.
But I credit to them be able to walk up and down the stairs again.
Yeah,
no question. My doctor and them. because for a while then I didn't think I was ever going to be able to do it. And that's what I would do at rehab, practice walking up. Well, anyway, we appreciate you guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Let's go ahead and take our first time out. The coaches report coming up next with Jerry Glanville.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Just in time for early fall adventures, what could be better than zero down on a new Ford? That sounds good to me. Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. It's football and camping season, and we've got a brand new Ford to take you there. Right now, Woody Anderson Ford has some strong $399 and $499 leases that come with zero down and 2 years of premium complimentary maintenance too. Choose a 2025 STX Crew Cab with a 2.7-liter EcoBoost for just $499 a month. Or choose its electric brother, the F-150 Lightning, just $399 a month. Woody Anderson Ford also has 25 Broncos, Explorers for $499 a month, and Bronco Sport and Escape for only $399 a month. And remember, these leases are zero down, and they come with 2 years of complimentary maintenance. 36-month leases with zero down, first payment due at signing, zero security deposit, just tax, tag, and title fees, and your good credit. These offers end 9/30/25. Now's the time for a Woody Anderson Ford. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
Isn't the story of the prodigal son an amazing story? Basically, a rowdy boy who literally wished his father dead, ran away, and consumed his wealth with hard and fast living. Yet the father looked for his return every day, and when the boy got tired of eating pig slop, he decided to return. What did the father do? As soon as he saw that boy, he ran to him, threw his arms around him, and killed the fatted calf for a great celebration. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of the Cross Point Church. If you're looking for a church home, come see us, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where AFS comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at afsrepair.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
At Stella at 5 Points, living isn't just about having an apartment, it's about living artfully. Imagine waking up with the upscale feel of Atlanta or Nashville right here in the heart of Huntsville. Modern, stylish apartments, open layouts, stainless steel appliances, and resort-inspired amenities. Nestled in vibrant 5 Points, you'll enjoy walkability, parks, dining, and quick access to downtown without the chaos. Stella at 5 Points. Live artfully. Live Stella.
There's power in caring when it is put into action. Each year, our bankers serve on nonprofit boards, support our local educators, and volunteer with our hometown food bank. I'm Bobby Humphrey, Vice President of Business Development for Bryan Bank, and community service is just not a line item in our mission statement, it's who we are. Because after all, Alabama is our home too. That kind of commitment to community might not be what you would expect from a bank, but it's exactly what you can expect from us. Give us a call or stop by one of our 2 offices in the Huntsville area and experience unbeatable service and legendary results.
Bryan Bank Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 2428943, member FDIC.
John Abraham here with Bobcat of Huntsville. Men, the season is upon us. This is what all the playbooks have prepared us for. But here, there's no need for a 3-4 defense because we're not talking about the football season. We're talking about the get-done season. Starting August 13th, Bobcat of Huntsville will have a full line of steel products for you to throw at those jobs you've been putting off until now. So put away those fantasy draft notes and pick up the tool you've been waiting for because it's time to get it done. Bobcat of Huntsville, right off of Highway 20 in Madison.
This segment of The Drive is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, located online at woodyAndersonFord.com with 2 locations, Hughes Road in Madison and Jordan Lane in Huntsville.
There it is. There it is. It's time for the coaches report. I don't know if he knows, but this might turn into a weekly deal here with Coach Jerry Glanville, who is always appreciate the time Coach Glanville gives us. How are you, Coach?
Well, I'm real good. Somebody told me Wes is there alive on the set with you.
It happens occasionally, Coach.
Well, I called the state patrol the last 3 shows. I said, now, if I got to pay the ransom to get Wes back, I'll pay it.
Oh, man. Man, I enjoy your text more than anything in the world, Coach. Please never stop.
Well, that goes to probably 23, 24 coaches across the country. Some big names you would appreciate, and some are high school coaches. That goes from all the way from Andy Reid down to a guy coaching at a little tiny high school. And I just try to give him a thought, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And sometimes it helps him,
Well, you know, Coach, sometimes you can't see the forest from the trees. You get to looking at all this different stuff, and really it comes down to fundamentals, win or lose ball games.
Well, it's still, to me, and I preach this everywhere. Today I was coaching a defensive line along with the defensive coordinator in college, and it's all about the right step, the right hand, and I was playing a 2-technique tackle, but I hit the guard with my inside hand, or do I hit the guard with my outside hand? Well, if I hit him with my outside hand, that 8-gap cutback is gone. And people, so you know me, I'm going step by step by step today, and hope we fix some stuff that was broken.
So, Coach, I got a question for you real quick. I watched the Ohio State-Texas game, and really the difference in that game was if you get right down to the techniques, Texas stood up on 4th and 1. All their defense linemen stood straight up in the air. They got a gap and went right in it. No big deal. Touchdown. When Texas tried to do the same thing, all of Texas defensive linemen submarine like you're supposed to, at least I've always thought, and they stopped them. Why would these people be standing up on the goal line? You see it all the time now.
In my coaching career on the goal line, short yardage, when we call it shin, we call this. How about this? In my coaching career, I got it from Coach Bear Bryant. I call it the Alabama crab. So any place you've been with me, anywhere I coach, it's goal line. We got an Alabama crab. Why do I call it Alabama crab? They were the first ones I saw do it in the 70s with Coach Bryant. So when you learn something, don't forget it and put it on the shelf. Keep on coaching it. And it's amazing how my goal is to try to learn something every day and try to teach 2 things. And he taught me, he interviewed me on a forklift at a spring practice. And we went up in the air, and he was interviewing me for the DC. He hired a guy that was playing for the Jets. He played at Alabama, was a linebacker. What the devil was his name? Paul Crane.
Oh, yeah.
When Paul Crane got the job, he had me over there riding a forklift with him at Alabama. And what did I learn? What did I learn from Coach Bryant in an interview? And he asked me on the forklift, are you seeing anything that bothers you? Are you seeing anything you got questions for? And I said, yes. I noticed your defense, everybody's full dress, 100 miles an hour, and your defense is in sweats. Why isn't your first defense taking part in spring practice? He only, with the way he talked, I only caught about every third word. And he said, son, those boys won a lot of games for me last year. I sure as hell ain't going to get them hurt in spring practice. Now, people wouldn't think that would be Bear Bryant. They'd say, oh, you're going to go beat him up like, the Texas did. But no, he was smart about that. I got a couple of thoughts for you all.
Please.
If you like ball.
Yeah.
I'm looking 100%. We're going to do a quarterback show. Are you two ready for a quarterback show?
Yes. Let's go, Coach.
Okay. So the quarterback show, I had people call me last week about McCartney, the Michigan quarterback playing for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Wasn't that tremendous? Wasn't that super? And I said, wait a minute. He threw 3 passes in the 4th quarter. Let's not enshrine him. Well, if you watched him play last week, it was awful. So I'm thinking about coaching. What happened that the guy can't play in 8 quarters? He's played 1 quarter. You're going to love this. and you're the head coach, you can't put the clock on your quarterback, which you've coached to check out of runs and go to other gaps by where they're lined up. And when he breaks the huddle, they got 6 seconds. I'm watching this guy have the worst quarterback. I don't know who kept it on. Anybody with a sense would have shut off and saved electricity. You cannot be coaching a rookie quarterback and not give him time before the ball snapped. That was a joke. Then I looked over. Remember the Duke quarterback, Daniel Jones, and the Giants ran him off, cut him in the middle of a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
He looked great at the Colts. So the reason I'm doing this quarterback thing, quarterbacks sometimes need a different voice, a different belief, or a different scheme. So I'm watching Seattle. The quarterback that was so good at Minnesota last year is still real good at Seattle. I'm watching the 49ers. You all remember a quarterback played for Alabama?
Some guy named Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, the Patriots said that guy can't play. Well, guess what? He can still play.
Yeah, that's when they had a defensive coordinator coaching them too on offense.
And how about this? While he was head coach of Detroit, I think he won a half a game. What are they doing? And then I looked at, is there a guy named Wilson that used to play for Seattle?
That's right. He's now in New York.
I think he threw for about 420 yards. and the best thing, I'm studying quarterbacks, college and pro. And my most fun was your Auburn guy, Bo Nix, got in a super screaming argument with the head coach at the Broncos during the game. And the head coach was trying to end the argument. And I love Bo Nix. He kept screaming. and Wes has been with me. The head coach, he's a pro coach. He don't care. He screamed at him. And I said, if that was a college, if that happened in college, they'd bench the quarterback for 2 weeks. In pro, it's over. You know what I'm saying, Wes?
100% it's over.
Different
Yeah,
game.
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, they're paying you too much to get rid of you.
All right, you two like college. The Miami quarterback and the Georgia Tech quarterback. Why do I like those two? The Miami quarterback is quick twitch, full speed runner, no fair dodge.
And he's healthy.
The Georgia Tech quarterback is, how many guys will it take to get me down? Here's a guy who couldn't even play at A&M, and he can dominate a game because you can't get. Now you hit him and you bang him around, but he's not going down. And I wanted to bring up those two runners. Then I didn't see all the quarterbacks. So if somebody's out there, you didn't mention my quarterback. These are just the people I got to see. I'm watching Notre Dame. Quarterback's name is Carr.
That's right.
Are you two aware Lloyd Carr was his grandfather?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
Lloyd Carr, who never lost to Ohio State at Michigan, the head coach and his daddy played at Michigan.
Yeah.
His grandfather was the head coach. What is he doing at Notre Dame?
It's a really good question. I don't have an answer for you there, Coach.
I am totally shocked, and I'm going to show you my thought. I think Michigan offered and Notre Dame recruited.
That's probably fair.
Yeah. And then I looked at the quarterback at Clemson. Clemson's a top 5 team before they kick up because the quarterback's so good. He's still that good. The Tennessee quarterback is better than the one that left. The one that left went to UCLA. They fired the coach this week because they can't win a game and throw a forward pass and catch it. And he wanted another, whatever the money was. And so they switched quarterbacks. So I say the best trade since Wes tried to trade me that police car is Tennessee. Quarterback went to UCLA, and UCLA came to Tennessee. Now, I like the LSU quarterback. Now, you got to listen, Wes, because you know me. I like him, but he's got flamingo legs.
He's hurt right now, too, I think. Yeah, they start talking about he has a lower body injury.
Well, you can't stay healthy with flamingo legs. Flamingos better fly because if they're on the ground, you can bust them up. But I do like the way he throws it. And I went to coaching. Notre Dame. Notre Dame is fighting to win the game. The offense has 10 seconds at the 7-yard line, whatever it is, with no timeouts, and Notre Dame calls the timeout.
Yeah.
And lets them design the play. And so nobody but us three will ever say that Notre Dame, the head coach, gave them time to come up with a play. They didn't have time to do anything except snap it. And he helped the offense. I thought Tennessee helped Georgia by freezing his own kicker.
Yeah.
And so, I'm watching coaches. Now, Georgia Tech won, but Georgia Tech slipped in the world of a trickery. They were down there 3 times, and rather than bang it in, they should have won this game way out.
Yep.
They tried to trick it in. You can't get to heaven throwing a bubble screen. And Georgia Tech had a bubble screen from the 4-yard line.
I'm writing that one down.
That's not going to happen. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but I'm writing that one down.
They left 3 scores on the field, playing good ball from the 5 to the 5, and decided we're going Sam Weiss. We'd rather trick you than beat you.
Yeah, but you go back to Tennessee. Why are they trying kick it with 7 seconds? Leave them with a second. Who cares? What are you doing? Too many bad things could happen, and it did. I think it was crazy.
It was, and how about this? He called a kicker up, and he says, "Where do you want the ball?" Well, I'd like a little more to the right. I've been coaching 100 years. Guess what I tell my kicker? If the ball's at the 35-yard line, that's a 52-yard field goal. I'm not asking you where you want it. I want it through the upright. You don't need to tell me, I like it 8 more inches to the right. If you have to have that, you've got to be replaced.
Man, they're kicking some big, long field goals.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're going to have to change the rule because now you could take the kickoff, fair catch a kickoff. In another 3 years, you can kick a field goal without running a play. They're going to be 70 yards. So I have the solution for the long field goal.
Please.
Every kicking ball has to be down 5 pounds.
Wow.
And they'll all kick like me and Wes then.
Who do they accuse of putting helium in the ball? Didn't they accuse that sometimes one time?
No, I tell you what they did now. I shouldn't even tell you this in the NFL. People don't realize they don't kick the ball that the quarterback throws.
That's right.
People watching the game, they don't know it's not the same ball. The kickers have their own balls. Well, don't tell anybody. I've been with teams that after the pregame warm-up, microwave the footballs. Mike, and they're not making popcorn in that microwave.
For how long? What's the correct way to microwave a football?
Is it on the popcorn setting, Coach, or the potato setting? I mean,
it's not the popcorn setting we're looking for. It's the boom.
Please tell me that have you watched the Vanderbilt defense at all, Coach?
No, I have not. But I was surprised. Here's what happened. The guy at Virginia Tech got fired.
That's right.
Well, that's great. They know where their next head coach is. He's at South Carolina. His name's Beamer, and he'll carry on their tradition. Beamer gets upset by Vanderbilt. Now, here's what I don't know the roster, but if you're getting beat by guys that are going to be a doctor, then you ought to get out of coaching.
They got a couple of players on there, Coach. I think you would really like their defense.
Their quarterback's 30 years old, I think. How old is he?
Diego Pavia. Yeah. He's got a little age on him.
Well, with the year I drafted June Jones out of Portland State, they told me to get his total record. I drafted him to the Atlanta Falcons, and I ran out of paperwork at the schools he's been at. You name it, he was there. And all of a sudden, Portland State said, "Oh hell, you got more eligibility. Keep playing."
Mine as well. Mine as well.
Yeah.
On the subject of quarterbacks, there was a lot of talk on Arch Manning, and
they were booing him. Did you see that?
Yeah, they were booing Arch in a very competitive game against UTEP of all people over the weekend, Coach.
Well, the worst thing I heard is one of the Manning that they do this TV. I don't know their first names, and they watched the game and said, "That's proof he was adopted." Now that's cold-blooded.
Coach.
That's cold-blooded.
There was a lot of hype around him, but there's speculation that he's hurt, but there's nothing substantial to that, Coach.
Well, the only thing that I worry about, he got the hype when he was in high school. Well, he's playing in a tennis shoe league in high school. And he's playing in a tennis shoe league where he's not throwing the ball against corners and he's not getting pressure. You always have to evaluate where they look good at.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to say this with, here's a great statement. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to draft. We're in the draft. Never take a big man from a small school.
That's the truth.
Because a big man at a small school is just laying on these dwarfs. He ain't playing ball.
Yes.
And when you get all the hype Manning had from high school, well, he should be playing at name the best high school in Alabama. Name a big. He was playing in a private Christian tennis shoe league. I doubt anybody wore cleats.
Well,
and you got good stats.
There was this was brought up today during Billy Napier's press conference, and DJ Lagway. There was a lot of expectations on him this year as the Florida quarterback, as they're getting ready to head down to Miami this week. But wanted to get your thoughts on this little back and forth between reporter and the Florida head coach from earlier today, Coach.
DJ's overthrows being just kind of uncharacteristic for him, like the deeper ones compared to last year. Do you see that as mechanical, or is it, again, like contributed to this offseason? They seem uncharacteristic of him.
What's the question?
DJ's overthrows that he's had on a lot of these deep balls throughout the 3 weeks so far, they seem uncharacteristic for a quarterback who last year really did a good job of throwing deep, accurate. What do you make of those?
You're talking about the fourth interception where the ball sailed.
Not necessarily just that one, but last week the one to Tony, for example.
Right.
The crossover to Vernell week one. Those are ones he's in the past really put on the money.
Sure. No, I think, I think that he's like any pitcher, batter, or shooter. I think there's going to be occasions where you miss. The key.
That's just a portion of it where I took that to be we associate the yips with like putting and kicking, not necessarily quarterback play.
Well, when you get hit a lot, you throw off your back foot, makes the ball sail. That and you thrown into triple coverage on the last interception, it ain't going to get. It's not good news. I can answer that question. What do you think, Coach?
Well, I'm a big Detroit Tiger fan. You know me, this Detroit Tigers, Cleveland, we used to say Indians, now they call them Guardians or some stuff. But they have the best pitcher in baseball. His name is Slocum. Have you ever watched him pitch?
No, I have not.
You haven't watched it? He won the Cy Young Award, all that. They have relief pitchers. And when things aren't going right, you got to have a relief pitcher. If all quarterback is about, everybody has this big fabrication. All quarterbacks are about in college accuracy. You have to be accurate. Don't care if your feet look the wrong way. Don't care if you got bird legs, as long as you don't get hit. We got flamingo legs thrown all over the yard. But if you're not on, the best pitcher in baseball, Cy young award winner, they lift up their hand, another guy comes in. You don't have to stay there. Man, this is terrible. How much time we get? We got 2 quarters left. I got to watch this for 2 more crazy. He can't hit. Bring in the bullpen.
Yeah.
We were trying to beat the 49ers. We were at the Atlanta Falcons, and they hadn't beat the 49ers in forever. And it came time for a Hail Mary. And I took the starting quarterback out. Kid out of Oregon, big-time quarterback, and put him on the bench and put Billy Joe Tolliver in. Because Billy Joe Tolliver wasn't a better quarterback, but he could throw the Hail Mary, and Wes knows how we practice all day long to put the ball in the bucket.
Uh-huh.
So I called the bullpen. Billy Joe Tolliver went in. Here we go. Michael Haynes, you were probably there. Steve, we won the game.
I remember it vividly. Yeah.
And the starting quarterback was standing next to me.
Yep. Yeah. No, I did see that at the end of the first half. Georgia put in their backup quarterback, and that led to an interception because he didn't put enough air under the ball. But same principle of it's okay to put in the guy who's just better suited for that play.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we did. That you were in this stadium there. You and me were the 2 guys running around the field when the game was over.
You had better view than I did, Coach.
They, by the way, they had beaten the 49ers
forever. Yeah.
We beat them twice that year.
Yeah.
We beat them twice in 1 year, which knocked them out of the playoffs. Their big, long playoff streak was stopped when the Falcons beat them twice in 1 year.
Was George Seifert the head coach, I want to say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And people thought he was a good coach, so he got the Panther job, and they found out the best thing you had going for the 49ers he didn't bring with him, and that was D. Bartolo's wallet.
A lot of truth in that.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that the start of when they started doing the all the salary cap because of that? San Francisco, wasn't that one of the main reasons?
Well, what they were doing, it was a salary cap cheat. I could only spend, by the salary cap, I could only give you $100,000. So here's your $100,000. By the way, I want you to put in that strip mall in Ohio, in Youngstown, and I'll pay you $80,000 more dollars to help with that strip mall. That's why he sold the team. So had to sell the team to his sister. You guys remember all that?
Yes, I remember all this. Yeah.
Well, it was a violation of ethics and principle, and caused a little problem. I can remember SMU got the death penalty for paying running backs, and today you got to pay running backs and the death penalty, you'll be out of work.
Have you had a chance to see Alabama's quarterback, Coach Ty Simpson?
I watched Alabama. Tell me who they played, and I'll tell you which game I saw.
It was Wisconsin this past weekend.
No, I wouldn't watch that. I'd rather take a stick in the eye. What was the next one?
The first one was Florida State.
Yeah, the first game.
The next one was
okay, Florida State.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Alabama is at what's called jet, full speed penetration. Have I talked to you since that game?
No.
Okay, so everybody thinks of all right. I'm in a 3-gap or A-gap, and I'm full goal penetration. Alabama, big, strong, and they're off to the races. Florida State, rock step back, you look like Wes, and cut them. Alabama's defensive line fell over like the great redwood trees in California. If you're going to cut me, I can't jet. It's like you're going to quick set me, and you know what I'm talking about. You're going to quick set me. You're going to cut me. I got to go shock and lock. I got to put my hands on. So I'm watching the Alabama game, and they're going 100 miles an hour up the gap. Leg cut. They're falling over. Leg cut. If they were lumberjacks, they made enough wood to build a new house. And I said, I can't waste this electricity watching this. I got to switch to another game.
Well, they have played a lot cleaner, albeit against Louisiana Monroe and Wisconsin, but it's a bye week this week before Georgia comes up a week from Saturday, Coach.
Well, I just told the coach you got a problem on a bye week when you're a 12-point dog on your bye week. You're not a good football team. And I'd say we had a bye week at Detroit, and we're a 16-point dog. We weren't playing anybody. That's a tough team. That's tough to coach that team.
Have you ever had a cupcake named after you, Coach?
No, but I had a lot of things named after me, but not a cupcake.
The Mississippi State head coach, they have now gone 3-0. For me, that's a fun team to watch. But Coach Levy has a cupcake named after him now, Coach. That's the only reason I'm going there.
What's the name of the cupcake?
The Levy.
The Levy?
The Levy. And here is...
There's a bakery in town that has a cupcake called the Levy. It's a chocolate cake stuffed with cream cheese Oreo and topped with cookies and cream icing and chocolate ganache. Did you have any input in the creation of this cupcake?
I think my wife did, but I need to stay away. But I do appreciate the shout out.
So there you go, Coach.
Well,
what would they have in your cupcake?
If he nails us three of them, I'll have to fight Wes for yours. Because Wes once told me 100 years ago, there's never been a cookie or a cupcake that doesn't have my name on it. Now, you two are going to be very proud of me. This is fact. You better write this down and send it to the Louvre. I'm coaching at a university today, the D-line and the defensive coaches. Now listen to this, Wes. This has never happened. They got 4 boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts. And I opened the top out of every one of them. I never ate one donut, Wes. And that's a world's record.
That's hard not to do.
Well, I've been with you. I've seen you eat a dozen before we got on the field. On Saturday morning practice.
Oh, man.
Brian Kelly went off on
I thought you'd be proud of me. Not one donut today.
You know what Coach Bryant called donuts? Little fat pills.
Ooh. Well, one thing I tell people, when they look at me and say, do you want a cookie? I said, you can't stay fat if you don't keep eating.
Yeah. You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
I like that better.
Almost as good as you can't get into heaven on a bubble screen.
Yeah, but that's the truth.
How about this? I'm coaching Toledo plays Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky's head coach was my ball boy when I was coaching the Oilers, Hilton.
Okay.
His dad was their office, so
he was
he doesn't know I'm at Toledo helping them a little bit. So I walk over and I say to him, you need to know I'm on the other sideline because I hadn't seen him in 20 years. Oh, Coach, what are you doing over there? I said, well, I help out a little bit. But I didn't want you to look over and be shy. I'm over there. It was okay. Good, Coach. Great to see you. Yeah, tell your dad hello. First play, bubble screen right. Bubble screen left. Bubble screen left. Poof. Pick. We score. 3 bubble screens in the first series. And I cut my hands and I holler, you can't get to heaven with those bubble screens.
Coach, we might have to do this every Monday just to rehash the weekend.
That is too good.
Well, what's the big game for you this week?
Auburn at Oklahoma.
Now, I got to say this. Last year, Oklahoma was the worst team I couldn't believe how bad they were. They were just absolutely terrible. And Alabama came in there, and they beat the devil out of Alabama. And they couldn't beat anybody before that game or after that game. But they went out and got a quarterback. Have you seen Oklahoma's quarterback?
Yeah, but let me tell you, Coach, here's the most interesting thing. Auburn's 3-0, playing a lot better, and they have Oklahoma's quarterback from last year.
Wow. Isn't that something?
So that's why it's going to be.
Mateer's the new quarterback at Oklahoma, and Jackson Arnold transferred to Auburn.
Is their starting quarterback.
Yep.
Wow. Well, I'm proud of Auburn coming back. That coach was at Liberty or something.
That's
before
right.
He went there, and he won so many games at Liberty, and I think it's his second chance. Did he get fired somewhere?
Well, he was at Ole Miss.
He was at Ole Miss and a little bit of a situation.
Yeah, he had a
Ole Miss dial.
Yeah. 1-900 Hugh.
I'm happy for him because he keeps digging. He keeps staying. Now, I was coaching NFL, and the best offensive mind I went against was coaching the NFL and took the job at Liberty and started football. Which one of you two are going to know who that is?
Oh, goodness.
Good night. Started football there.
I vaguely remember it.
Sam Ritigliano.
Oh, wow.
Sam Ritigliano, when he threw the extra throw to beat the Raiders and they intercepted it, he got fired at Cleveland. Went to Liberty College, who wasn't playing. Jerry Farwell was there, and that was it, wearing that old ugly blue suit. And look what they've done there.
What year was that, Coach? Do you remember?
It was so long ago, I was riding to work on a dinosaur.
I'm pretty sure my high school coach graduated from Liberty, played at Liberty.
Coach Ritigliano was there from 89 to 99.
No, that wouldn't.
How about that? Huh?
Wow.
We got facts here. This show will probably go on forever. I could see this show being taped and sent over to the Louvre.
Along with a cupcake.
Yeah.
In football, nobody wants to be called a cupcake. So I kind of feel bad for the guy.
Fair enough.
If I'm calling you a cupcake in football, you're not hitting anybody.
He is a defensive guy too. So.
Oh, to me.
Well, that's why he yielded it to his wife.
Yeah, I think
and
that's
said,
100%. Yeah.
Going to stay out of that.
Now, I watched the head coach at A&M, who used to be the defensive coach at A&M.
That's right.
And how about this? He was the defensive coach at Bowling Green State University 100 years ago.
Mm.
And so I watched what he's done, and he's always had good defenses wherever he's gone. But me watching him goes back 100 years. It's kind of fun,
Coach, we always appreciate the time, and we may start to make this a Monday tradition right here. This is always great.
Well, what we could do is I could ride down in my police car, and after the radio show, me and Wes will go race each other.
Saddle up.
Yeah,
I'm ready. We could head down to the Huntsville Speedway and have at it.
Adios.
All right, Coach.
Thank you,
so
Coach.
much.
That's
classic.
Well, what are we doing over there? Yeah, just wrapping it up. I don't blame you. Yes, was glad I was able to squeeze in that cupcake. But then Billy Napier, but you didn't need to.
All right. Before I get to
Billy,
the game
Brian
in
Kelly.
Southeast Louisiana, I want to go back to the press conference after the game. I've texted with Mike and offered my apology to him.
You don't need to do
for the way
that,
I
Coach.
handled the questioning.
You handled it just fine to me.
Yeah. Well, Coach Saban never apologized, and I think once he did to the ESPN lady.
For the side. Yeah.
Sideline. But I didn't think he
Quit
should do that.
asking. Well, I mean.
Yeah.
Kenai Walker, there is an update on him from.
How's Kenai doing?
Kenai's good. Thanks for the question. Kenai came back with the team. He's good. Or I don't know whether he'll be able to play or not right now, honestly. He's been assessed, obviously, by the doctors and by Vance, but we're just happy that he's healthy and going to be able to recover from all that. But
this is the young man that was carted off in the Ole Miss game.
The Arkansas should have won that.
Should have, yeah.
I thought they played better. Ole Miss has a lot of work to do. They're still winning,
and they've got Tulane this week.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's
not a gimme.
No, there's no such thing as a gimme right now.
Crimson Tide Rewind is next. We're at Jefferson's tomorrow.
Just in time for early fall adventures, what could be better than zero down on a new Ford? That sounds good to me. Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. It's football and camping season, and we've got a brand new Ford to take